What's up, you guys? I'm not doing a show tonight. I'm just hanging out in the lab, working on some FECO and shit. I'm doing the getting ready to start the second wash. I do 2 washes, so I have the alcohol and the cannabis combined. And then I separate them into the Buchner funnel, the big one and the smaller one. No scrometing tonight. Well, there might be a little bit of scrommet. I might put the tip in the scrommet, but that's about it. So we separate it, and then we put more cold alcohol on top of it and get a second wash out of it. So a little gentle agitation. Let's gently agitate it. All right, that's enough of that shit. Yeah, just a tip. But I was taking a break. This shit takes hours and hours and hours to do. I wasn't going to go live, but I might as well do a little bit of this work. Maybe there's somebody who wants to see it. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm working on 2.2 pounds right now. The first of several that I got to do coming up in the next couple weeks. And I use super cold temperature, so the alcohol soak doesn't have to be that long. I do like an hour or 2 hour soaks, and about every 10 minutes or so I go ahead and I go ahead and agitate the material and the alcohol, try to knock the trichomes off. All right, let me take a dab. All right, there we go. Got a new rig, man. I got one of these Carta jammers, man. This fucker works so good. It makes some massive clouds. I even have a special chamber just for Demetrius. Whenever he likes to show up and hang out and party. Woo. Yeah, this fucking rig works way too good. Oh. Scrum it. Ah, fuck, scrum it. Fuck stick, scrum it. God damn. Yeah, I didn't even know scrummeting was an actual thing. But now you know. Ooh, God dang. Look at that shit. Drink your milk, boy. Woo. I can't even. Ah, damn. It just makes the fattest fucking clouds. Jeez, bro. Make it fucking stop. All right, I think that's it. No, there's still some in there. Ah, damn. It just keeps going and going and going. Who the fuck is that back there? Shit. Yeah. That's enough of that. Ah, damn. I need to adjust the timer on there. It just keeps going for way too long. Woof. Woof. Damn. Woo. Woo. Wow. Yeah, so I wasn't gonna go live, because I actually recorded the first part of the filtering when I did the first wash. So yeah, I got 6 more jars to do for the second wash. So I'll show you guys what my process is. Cheers. Salud. Arriba, abajo, acento y adentro. Vámonos. Ah. Bro, that was whew. Man, could you see those motherfucking clouds? Dude, this thing just fills the chamber up with the thickest, whitest milk. My God. All right, let me get down to it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Oh, I already got the jar here. Damn. That's that CRS kicking in. That motherfucking can't remember shit. CRS. It's a chronic condition. A lot of the OGs suffer. So yeah. I think I had about 100 grams in this jar, and then we just fill it up with 190 proof food grade ethanol, just enough to cover the material by about an inch. So this Buchner funnel right here, it's a 5,000 milliliter Buchner funnel. and it's hooked up into my FECO rig, into the vacuum pump, and we're just gonna go ahead and I use coffee filters for the Buchner funnel. They work great because the papers they don't do any better than the coffee filters, and they're way more expensive, the paper filters. And then and I don't know what else about them. I was gonna say something else about them, but I can't remember shit. So yeah, here we go. Super exciting stuff here. And I'll show you what I do. I use centrifugal force when it comes time to after the second wash. After the second wash, I use centrifugal force with my highest tech iTech. It's some pretty it's a pretty complicated piece of machinery that I use to separate the alcohol from the material before I throw it away. We'll see what that is here in a second. All right, let me just bring it up here. All right, we got a salad spinner. So yeah, we use our salad spinner. Let me wipe all this fucking condensation off of the jar, because you want to minimize getting any water in your 190 proof, or else that you should just use bullshit vodka. Like, you could use Aristocrat or Smirnoff or some bullshit like that. But if you want to make high quality FECO full extract cannabis oil, then you want to use the right shit, and you want to minimize getting too much water in it. So yeah, what I do to remove the alcohol from the material before I throw the material away, because I want to get every fucking drop. That shit's expensive. I order it 5 gallons at a time, 190 proof food grade ethanol. I order it 5 gallons at a time, and it's like $300 something delivered to the house. So you don't want to be wasting it. So what I do is I put it in a I put the material in a cheesecloth, and then bam, into the salad spinner. That way all the material doesn't get all over the grate and the bowl. It's nice and clean like that. It just separates the alcohol, and it's perfect. Right? Got 5 more motherfucking jars to do. I had a total of 9 jars. So I did this whole process that you're going to see. I did it once already for 9 jars. I did the first wash. Separated the alcohol like I just did using the where in the fuck did it go? Oh shit. Oh, it's okay. Ah! Well, damn, where did it go? It's a stainless steel sprouting lid. Anyway, so yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and separate this motherfucking shit using some centrifugal force. Let's fucking go. LFG, leave a foxtrot golf. I was doing that shit before. I was like slamming it down like that as hard as I could, and like I actually broke the OG salad spinner. So this is the replacement right here, and it's been doing a fine job. So let me show you how much, and I can do this process 3 times before I pretty much 3 or 4 times before I pretty much got all of the alcohol out. Here, look at how much alcohol that I just pulled out of there. Look at all that. That's a lot. That's a lot. You don't want to waste that. I don't even like to lose a motherfucking drop. I get pissed. I get super pissed. Like I said, I don't even want to fucking, I don't want to miss a thing. You don't want to close your eyes. You don't want to fall asleep. Yeah, you don't want to miss a drop. And I don't want to miss a drop. Oh shit, they're gonna fucking hit me with a copyright infraction. Bitch ass motherfuckers. Yeah. It's just got the same melody. It's not the same song, obviously. So here we go. I do. I've got a helper back here. Got a helper. All right. So yeah, here we go. Centrifugal force be damned. So yeah, using the cheesecloth keeps it nice and clean. Because if you just throw the material in there, it gets fucking messy. And the process is already enough. Like this first part, after I combine the shit and then let it soak for an hour while agitating all of those jars every 10 or 15 minutes for an hour or two, and then doing the 2 washes, and each wash consists of the filtering in the 5,000 milliliter Buchner set, and then after a finer filter to remove all the sediment in a 2,000 milliliter. It's a process. So usually this shit takes some time when I'm working on, a couple pounds or 4 pounds. Like I could easily spend a whole day doing this filtering shit. So it's quite a bit, man. If you're not doing this, you're throwing away a bunch of fucking alcohol. All right, let me do it one more time. Ultra. Bailey Swim, what's happening? Yeah, there's a crazy dude back there. And it keeps freaking me the fuck out. But, I'm a candy ass, and it doesn't take much to scare me. Centrifugal force. Say it again, centrifugal force. Say it again, centrifugal force. Hey, look at that dude back there. It's scary, man. Woo! All right, that's enough. So now I've used my fancy schmancy salad spinner and centrifugal force, and now we're ready to throw. We're ready to throw it away. Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away now. Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away now. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oop. There we go. And then I don't like to waste a drop. This shit's super expensive. Super expensive. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, oh, that motherfucking alcohol. That alcohol. Get it all. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, man, the cheesecloth, it helps to make this process super clean. It's the last step before, this is the last step. This is my second wash. And damn, I got 5 more of these jammers to do. It's like the never-ending motherfucking story. Hi, Debbie. How's it going, my friend? I'm just working on the last step, which is like pretty much, it's step 2 after combining the alcohol and the cannabis. Then you got to separate it and filter it. And I filter it twice. I filter it once using the 5,000 milliliter Buchner set, and then the a 2,000 milliliter Buchner funnel set, because it's the fuck did I do with the damn, what did I do with it? Hold on a second, you guys. There it is. Oh, there it is. Having some problems over here. I found the sprouting lid. So yeah, I use a stainless steel sprouting lid right here, and you know, just little things to make this thing easy. And here we go, back in the big Buchner funnel. Now I use the big Buchner funnel because it allows me to separate the alcohol and the cannabis much faster. Go. Whew, it's warm out here today, man. Like 70 degrees outside. I'm actually not wearing anything under this lab coat. Not that anybody was asking. No, I'm just kidding. I am, but I was wearing earlier when I was recording content. When I wasn't live streaming, I was recording content of the first wash. So I got to do some more here in a little bit to end the content, because I'm gonna record the whole process and then edit it all together, so people can see my process. I used to share a lot about this stuff, but it's been a while. All right. All right. Man, I ain't up to no good. What's up, Bert? What's up, everybody? Usually not supposed to drink any beer in the lab, but here we are. You know, I'm a real stickler when it comes to conformity and following the rules, and I'm real like stern, and you know, everything's got to be exactly the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, here we go. We're gonna toss some cannabis salad. Let's toss some cannabis salad. Oh, you know what we need to do though? We need to wipe our jar down, because all this condensation, we don't want that. We don't want that you know, we don't want that fucking moist shit in our alcohol. You don't want water in your 190 proof food grade ethanol. My God. It's the last thing you want. All right, so yeah, there we go. Here we go. We're gonna separate the alcohol from the material and throw the material away. So fucking exciting. I'm excited. Watch how much alcohol I get back from this though. Like if you're not fucking with the centrifugal force and fucking tossing your cannabis salad, if you won't do it, somebody else will. I'll do it. Here we go. It's like putting your foot up a dog's ass all day long. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Calm the fuck down, Jimmy Cannapop. Look at how much alcohol we just got back. Look at that. And we're going to do this 2 more times. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's a lot. This is a big ass bowl. This is a big bowl. It's not green at all either. You know why? Because using super low temperatures, you can minimize the chlorophyll. Like, and I use super low temperatures, so there's very little chlorophyll. There's a little bit more in the second wash, but there's none in the first wash. Just a little bit in the second wash. Yeah, man, so this is a great way to get every motherfucking last drop back. Shit's expensive. You don't want to lose none of them shits, not one drop. Science! Hooray! Science! What's up, Jessica? Lee? Lisa? Brenna? Debbie? Chris? Bailey? Not Chris Bailey, but those, I'm saying there's two separate people. You got Chris and you have Bailey. Not to be confused with Chris Bailey. And if anybody sees Chris Bailey, tell him that he owes, to ask him if he can pay me that $5 he owes me. So I don't have to add him to the wall of shame. Yeah. So there's not that much, but I can do this one more time and pull a little bit more on it. You know what? I was doing this for probably 2 years before I started using the salad spinner. I was fucking throwing away a ton of alcohol. I mean, Skittles, yeah, they're definitely available. It's like, you know, but they're very light. I don't know if an OG like you should bother with Skittles. I think you're more of a Coma Ball guy. Me personally, I think you're more of a Coma Ball guy. I think you like to fuck around and find out. But yeah, I mean, if that's not enough, I do have a 1,000 milligram chocolate bar. And if that's not enough, I have several things that can knock a dick into the dirt. Any day of the week, at any fucking given time. Centrifugal force. Woo! It's hot in here, baby. It's hot. Too hot, too hot, it's too hot, baby. Yeah. Look at that. Drip, drip, drip. Doctor said if it drips, get it fixed. I don't think he knows. I don't think Doctor knows what he's talking about. That's why I'm here. They fucking hired me to take over. And here I am. Oh, I'm not in the lab right now. There I am. I'm back in the lab. We're back in the lab. Yeah, good dick dirt session. That's right. Yeah, I mean. All right. So now we can take this 100 grams of 90 or 100 grams of cannabis and throw it away because we've done everything that there is to do with it. There's nothing left to do. God damn. I be trying to tell them, but they don't know. They don't know. They don't want to listen. All right. Here we go. It keeps it nice and clean. That's what I like about that cheesecloth, man. All right. We're ready for the next jar, my good buddy, my very good buddy friend forever. The VGBFF. The very good, y'all are the very good buddy friends forever. The VGBFFs. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Come on by. I'm just trying to finish this work. That's all. I got work to do. I gotta finish this shit. See, that's the thing. It's it's a fucking commitment, man. Once you start this shit and you're doing 2 pounds, it's, you know, it takes probably several hours to do all the filtering. And then if you're talking shit a mile a minute, it's gonna, you know, maybe 14 hours. By golly. We're getting there now. 4 more jars. 4 more jars. You don't want to shake the fucking shit out of it. You want to give it a gentle agitation. Like, you know, like I don't want to poke the fuck out of somebody, but I want to gently agitate you. You know, and that can almost be like a slow drip over time that can drive a motherfucker crazy. All right, so we got our fucking stainless steel sprouting lid right there. We're stoked, man. Let's fucking go. Lima Foxtrot, go. See, my coworker over here, he showed up to help me out. He's always bringing the good vibes. Even though he doesn't fucking do anything, but he helps me just by bringing the good vibes, man. Because it's not always easy to bring the good vibes. Sometimes they just don't work. All right, let's go. Got the big Buchner doing what it do. 5,000 milliliters. Yeah, I'll probably fill this up several times now. And then have to filter it in the 2,000 milliliter Buchner set after. Because, you know, this one, it's good for separating the alcohol and the cannabis quickly. But it's not as clean. So when I use the 2,000 milliliter after, you know, it's very clean, and that's, you know, that's the final filtering. Yeah, this shit's boring as fuck. Somebody's got to do it though. Somebody's got to do it, man. So yeah, we definitely want to wipe off all this condensation off the jar, because when I turn this thing over into the salad spinner, it would just drop all this condensation in it. We don't want that. We don't want water in our shit. It's no bueno. That was almost a disaster. That was almost no bueno. Yeah, we're gonna hit this motherfucking cannabis with centrifugal force, and it's not gonna know what hit it. It's not gonna know. All right. So, right. Shit is never ending, man. It's like the never ending motherfucking story. It just keeps on going and going and going. All right. Well, you don't want to waste a drop of this shit, man. Like I said, 5 gallons of it, 190 proof food grade ethanol at my house costs about $340 to $60. It lasts a long time. It goes a long way. But for me to do 2 pounds efficiently, I need about 7 gallons. Because for every jar of cannabis, you want 2 jars of cold alcohol. So after you do the first separation, the first wash, you have another jar of cold alcohol. Oh my. I just had a disaster right there. Shit. You have a cold jar of alcohol to put on top of the cannabis and throw it back in the freezer for a second wash. And right now I'm doing my second washes. And I just do 2 washes because I find that if you do 3, you're only pulling chlorophyll, lipids, and waxes and a bunch of bullshit that you don't need in your really high quality cannabis oil. So yeah, look how much motherfucking alcohol I just pulled from that. And if you're not fucking, if you're not using a salad strainer, trust me, you're throwing a bunch of it away. Yeah, that's a lot. Damn it, son of a bitch. All right. Got a bunch of that cannabis on the floor. That's all right. Here we go. All right. I think I got one more. Yeah, you want all of it. Big fucking mess now. What in the actual fuck? That was all working out so good until it wasn't. Clean up a little bit because I just made a big fucking mess. Son of a bitch. You know, you got to keep the lab clean, y'all. You got to keep your workspace clean because if you don't do it, somebody else will. And then they might replace you. Like I replaced Alexa. You know, Alexa who used to work here. But then I was like, man, I started to feel kind of awkward about it because she's working for everybody else around town. She's like doing several shows. And I'm just not into that. I need dedication. So yeah, that's why she ain't here no more. Go. Done with all of the jars in here? Yes, I am, mister. Jars left. Right? Oh shit, more jars. Damn it. That's what I'm saying. Every time you think that you're down to 3 more jars, another one pops up. What in the actual fuck? Alright. You guys are gonna have to hold on for a second. Because I gotta let some motherfucking people in. Somebody's here. And I hope it's not the cops. I hope it's not the cops. I'll let you guys know. If it is, then I'll tell you guys to go hide. You know, I remember that it snowed. Absolutely. Yeah, so it wasn't the police. So that's the good news. Anyway, so yep, here we go. Born the calm. Might have to take another big ass fucking dab here in a second. Yeah, this is a never-ending process here, y'all. I'm serious, it really is. Like, this is 2.2 pounds that I'm working on, and I've been doing this since 4 o'clock this afternoon. And then I've got probably several pounds of shit to work on. Mainly trim. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to do any kind of large amounts and you're not using something similar, it's going to take you forever. No, I just, whoever in general. Well, I don't know if I'm the best. I'm definitely not the best, but I definitely, I've got a process. So I went by, are you familiar with, what's it called? Echoes of Time? Yeah, I went by there the other, last week and before my show, a couple days before my show, bought some costumes. I know one of the chicks who works there, she works with my friends at iGrow, and she's also, I think, the niece of the owner there or something. But they've got the best selection of costumes out there. Yeah, some motherfucking centrifugal force, y'all. Look how much alcohol pulls out off of this, y'all. A lot. Like I was saying, if you're not doing this, you're throwing away a ton of alcohol. And this shit's pretty expensive. It's a lot. 340 or 60. It's been a while since I bought it, so it might be even more expensive now. Seems like lots of things are. Yeah, I do that about 3 times, and then. Hot in here, isn't it? I just think I talk a lot of shit. You run your mouth a lot, you start sweating. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I was doing this process for about 2 years. Not on the scale that I do it now. Smaller, definitely, but I was still like throwing away a bunch of fucking alcohol because I would like shake the jar until, like when it really dripped too much anymore, and then I would try to squeeze some of it out with a spatula or some shit, and that never worked. I mean, I was throwing away a ton of this shit. Boy. So yeah. I think I had 9 jars to do, right? And then the first I combined the alcohol and the cannabis in the jar, and 9 jars worth, 2.2 pounds, and then I do this process once, separate it once, and then add alcohol back to it. And I filter with this big one, which separates the alcohol and the cannabis quickly, but the filtering it's not clean. A lot of sediment gets through. So then I use this and filter it again. So it's like it takes. This works great. Otherwise, like this whole thing would be covered in. Not a big deal, but it would take longer. It would make it hardy. Bunch of trim in there, you know, and you would have to take a spatula and squeeze it out, squeeze the alcohol out, or I put it back in the grate in the basket, spin it again. Yeah, it works great. It's my low tech. All right. Go ahead and disconnect from this live session. Yeah, because of that. All right, you guys. Well, I was just wanted to hop on there and work on this, you know, show you guys some of this work that I do with the FECO and stuff and what it takes. Hopefully, I should be done within the next hour, and then I'll start reducing it tonight. And maybe reduce the half down. It takes about 2 hours. It takes about 2 hours to reduce a half a gallon in my rig. So, and right now, let me see how many gallons I'm up to. Right now, I've got 1, 2.5, 3.5. I'm already up to 3.5 gallons, completely finished and ready to start reducing. And I've got 3.5, 4 gallons to go. So anyway, all right, y'all. It was fun. I'll catch you guys soon.